Torah concept in the New Testament, let us please neighbor for good. Okay, so in Romans 15, 2 through 3, it says, let us please his neighbor for his good, to build him up, for even Christ did not please himself. Okay, so this echoes a rich ethical thread in the Torah, which is selfless service, communal responsibility, and elevating others through action. So while the phrase please your neighbor isn't used directly, the concept is deeply embedded in the Torah in its narratives. For example, loving and serving others. We read in Leviticus 19:18, it says, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. So this is a foundational ethic of mutual care and consideration. Leviticus 19, verse 34, extends the same love to the stranger. It says, you shall love him as yourself, for you were strangers in Egypt, in Mitzrayim, right? And the next topic, selflessness and sacrifice, the Torah describes in Genesis 13, verses 8 through 9. Abraham defers to Lot, saying, let there be no strife, take whichever land you want. So a voluntary act of peace and generosity exemplified by Abraham. Okay, so now Exodus 32, verse 32, Moshe pleads for the people after the golden calf. He says, blot me out of your book if you will not forgive them. He's pleading with God. And so this is a radical example of self-sacrifice for the good of others. Next, for building others up. Deuteronomy 15, verses 7 through 11, and Exodus 23, verses 4 through 5. And for leadership that uplifts, we can find in Numbers 11, 17, and Exodus 18, verse 17 and 23. So Paul's call to please our neighbor for his good is not about flattery. It's about sacrificial service that strengthens others. The Torah repeatedly models this through acts of generosity, humility, and justice. Whether it's Abraham yielding land, Moshe interceding for Israel, or laws that protect the vulnerable, the 5 books of Moshe lay the groundwork for this ethic that Paul is teaching. This is how Paul taught Torah. The Torah has not passed away.